Hi everyone, it's Dee from Turtle Dove. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. I got very carried away. I bought some pink crepe paper the other day, and so I thought I would sew some crepe paper strips. I guess you could call them ruffled crepe paper strips, or semi-ruffled. But anyway, I thought I would share with you what I did. I got carried away, as you will be able to see in a moment. Every now and then I like to, fill up my stash with things that are sort of semi-ready-made, just to make things easier if you do projects and things like that. So I almost used all my pink crepe paper up, but this is what I did for the pink. Using the pink, and I decided to combine some lace trim that I had with these two, and this lace here was gifted to me by Soleil, and I think that was Soleil. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. Sometimes over time you tend to forget, but this has been in my stash for a while and I really wanted to use it up, and I thought that would go beautifully with the pink in the background, so I loved how that turned out. Then I used some more lace, which I'll just let's see if I can zoom in without making you feel ill. If you can see on this lace, on the edge, well, first there's a little bit of iridescence, and on the edge of this one that's pink. And this one here, hang on, I'll zoom out again. This one here is the same lace but with the gold edge. And you can see on the lace there's a bit of iridescence to that as well, and a bit of the gold edge. And then this one here is green. So I really like how they all turned out. And then I have this new material that I wanted to play with. I went to Cheap as Chips. This is actually tablecloth for parties, and it's stronger than cellophane, but it's pretty thin and it's quite hard to work with because it's very slippery. This looks messy plain, but by the time you put an embellishment on there, it actually looks really nice. So this is more, I thought it was pink, more pink, but it's actually peach in different light. So I made a plain strip here and this little one, and then I put lace on top of this one to see how it looks, and I quite like that. That made it easier to work with, except the lace and this material just wanted to slide everywhere as well. And then this one here has some of this beautiful ribbon, and there's wire on the sides of this. You can take the wire out. This one I didn't use crepe paper, it was just a silk ribbon with that on the top. This side I've taken the wire out so it's softer, and this side it's left on just so that you can see the difference. And depending on what your project is, say if you're covering an embellishment box with it or something, you could probably, because if you leave the wire in, you could probably bend it the way you'd like a bit more. So it's just a matter of what you want to do. Then I got carried away and I thought, oh, I want to add another colour to the pink crepe paper. So I had this blue crepe paper. So I layered that, and it doesn't show too well on camera, but it's sort of, well, it doesn't give an ombre effect, but it's sort of, you get a bit of blue, and then because the blue and pink are together, that sort of looks a little bit purple, and then the pink on the edge. So that's quite nice. And if you can imagine embellishments on there, yeah, I just like the way that turned out. Then this one is the same idea, but a bit different, whereas I used the pink and I used 2 layers of the pink, so it sort of appears a little bit more darker. This one here is really pretty. I had some tulle. That's another thing I did. I used a bag of just tulle cut-offs, and I wanted to use that all up. So this is why I was like a mad woman sewing the last couple of days, last night and today. I just went crazy. So I love that. I just love that one. And you can cut this down to size, you know. So then I had some of this material here. This beautiful purple, sort of looks like netting or something. And that looks nice, just with the blue crepe paper. And then I had some of this beautiful iridescent white, looks almost like cobweb. But I love that. That's one of my favourites, but I think I've used all this up now. This was gifted to me as well, this material, so that's all used up now. So I wanted to use all my bits and pieces up. And this one's another piece of tulle that I used up, just on the blue crepe paper. Then I went to the gold, just did some plain rolls. And then I thought I would incorporate, this is, it looks like ribbon, but it's paper. This peppermint green in the middle, or mint. And this was really, really hard to work with. This is so slippery, so, and that's why it's all over the place. But nevertheless, I think it still looked good with something on there. And then this one I tried to fold smaller. And I've noticed too, some of the crepe papers, they're not cut very even. I mean, my sewing's not that good either, so that doesn't help. But I did notice that, you know, they weren't even on the sides. So, and this one's a little bit of a bigger one. I kept them small. It was just too hard to work with a long piece. So, and then here's this material here was gifted to me as well by Soleil, and I put that on top of the gold crepe paper. So this one's, I think, oh no, they're both slightly blue. You can't tell that that's blue, the netting. It's just only blue, very, very pale. And it looks like it's got snow on it, so I love that. And then this one here, I used 2 pieces of crepe paper, gold and pink together, and that looks really nice as well. Then of course I had some green. I had to do some green. So I just did a plain roll there, and then I had this tiny little, is there 2 pieces here? Yes. I had this tiny little bit of iridescent tulle, so I put that on there, just made a little one. You can put them behind a flower ephemera or something like that, and it just makes it pop. And then this one. And just by the way, while I'm thinking of it, I have these flat-nosed pliers, and if you want to pull the wire out, you just push the material back a little bit, and then you'll see a bit of the wire poking through. You just grab onto that and then hold on the other end and just gently pull. So that's how you can get the wire out of that. Now I'm going to take you to my dining room table and show you what I have come up with using some of these rolls. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I was gifted some Maggie Holmes ephemera from Mel, from Everything Marmy, and I got carried away doing making all those rolls, so I got my packet of ephemera out. I'm using the Maggie Holmes carousel or carousel. How do you say that? Is it carousel or carousel? I think it's carousel. And there's another one that I use, and I'm not sure what that one's called. You'll probably notice it, those ones, or recognise it, the ones who are into Maggie Holmes. So the first lot I did. Some of the things are still drying. That's how crazy I went. This is just how you can use the rolls up. So this was a little frame, and I made a shaker with that one, and I didn't actually use any of the crepe paper rolls. I just had this little bit here left. This is the bag that was full of all my tulle. It was fat, and now look, I've used quite a lot of it up. So I just stuck this rose on there and then used some acetate at the back and the front. So that's all going to go in a box safely for when I do some projects. This one says sweet. I'm using the gold. Crepe paper, I love this one. It's an ice cream stand. And I've used the green. This one here is still drying. So I used the machine a lot. I did half of a rosette, and I actually tore a bit of it at the back, so I made this little ruffle here, which later on I'm going to embellish more. I started putting some little dots on there, and I had to stop myself. I thought, no, wait until you make a project and then you can adjust it how you want. Otherwise, I might regret putting certain colours on. So yeah, a lovely little flower or something like that can go there in the corner. Look at this tent, isn't it cute? And that's using the two-tone. Popcorn, and that's using the glittered pink tulle. I love that. Just show the tulle a little bit at the back. It just makes the whole thing pop. And this one's a tag, and I gave it a little ruffle. This one's got a gold ruffle on the top, and they're all sewn on. I love this giraffe. This is using the silver tulle. I just made my sister some angels for her Christmas in July birthday. My sister and I celebrate our birthdays in July, so she requested I make some angels for her. So I used a lot of this silver tulle up, and I had some spare, so that was a nice big piece, and I just ruffled that up. This is so cute. A zebra with the pink tulle. I love the pink in this for the Maggie Holmes, and this is just the black rose with the gold and then the iridescent tulle on the top. Just see how it makes it look that much nicer, and I can still layer and put other embellishments on there. These are still drying. Delightful day. So I think it was the Carousel and Sweet Stories. I'm not sure. I am probably wrong. I know one of them was the Carousel. So that one here, and I covered that whole card in the tulle. It's a blue, and then this one here on the top, the pink, with that iridescent webbing. And that was that one. I think that was the Carousel, and I'm not sure which the next lot is. I made a whole heap, guys. This is what I mean. I was like a mad woman, crazy, sewing away. Okay. So this looks like a wonder part on the card, and then this was actually the bag that some lace came in that Soleil gifted me, and I even used the bag. So I try and put everything to use. This is all that's left, the top of the bag, and then some thread, and I'm using this for another project further down the line, which I will let you know when that happens. I won't get into that today. But look at this. This is the green edged iridescent lace, and I sewed 2 pieces of the ephemera on that one with the heart. I think they look beautiful together. You are wonderful, and these ones have stars. I've got some buttons as well that I haven't used up. This is all that I'm left with. I think this is from the carousel, and then this one, I don't know. But I wanted to leave that frame, and there's 2 tags and some numbers because I can do what I have to at the time, depending on the project. And then this is all that's left from the other one. There's a few stars and some buttons. So I'll be sewing the buttons on later. Now what is wrong with my camera? Doesn't want to. There we go. Yep. So there's a little heart with a star. That's a little one. Sparkle every day. I love this ice cream. This is that tablecloth, and this says every moment is magical when I'm with you. And see how much nicer it looks with something on top of it. Carnival with a ticket, and then I just use them as a ruffle edge on either side. This one's using that bag that some lace came in. Love you with all my heart. And I've just sewn straight down either side on that one. This one's one of my favourites. Just a little bit showing, but it's just enough to make everything sort of merge into one but pop out at the same time. Just love how they turn out. Happiness is here. Happy. Magical. So I used even the small pieces. See how nice that looks? Camera. And this is a tiny piece with a star and some more of that little bag. My camera's doing it again, it's trying to focus. I think there's too much going on in the background. This is a ticket again. And I'll put the star on there, just sewn right over it. And I found using the crepe paper, it is much easier to sew if you double it up. And then these 2 little pieces, just with a tiny bit showing. And that's it. And this crepe paper, this is my green lot that I used. This is still, I didn't use a lot of it, but look. I've almost used all the pink crepe paper, and I almost used a whole bobbin on my sewing machine. So my camera just does not want to focus today. It doesn't normally do that. And yeah, so that's it. Just thought I would show you everything. So this is all going in a box somewhere, and it's all ready to go. And I've been itching to use this Maggie Holmes stuff that was gifted to me. I won it in a giveaway, so I'm really thankful for that, because it's not something that I normally would buy because it's quite expensive here in Australia. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. What's your favourite? Yeah, I really just enjoyed making these strips, and I had to stop myself. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.